Hello again, everyone. Hope you're all well, and hope you're wherever you're in the world. I hope you're all safe. This is Dulu here again at Dulu's Reactions. I had another video recommended to me, following up on the previous videos I've done of Saraswati and Lakshmi, I think it was. Another video has been recommended to me. This one's called Krishna explains Kaliyuga to Pandavas. So Krishna explains Kaliyuga to Pandavas, which sounds really interesting. Obviously, I haven't watched this video before, but I've heard of Kaliyuga, which is like the end times and the things that are going to happen towards the end of the world, as far as I'm aware anyway. So we'll learn from this video and see what it is. So before we get started, and I nearly forgot again, please do like, share and subscribe. If you can make a contribution, please do so, whatever you can afford. The link to coffee is below, so I can carry on doing these videos. So I'll just get the video opened and we can watch and learn together. Where's it? Here we go. Alright, so make sure you can see the screen as well, obviously, and we'll get started.
As per Srimad Bhagavad, on the ninth day of the Mahabharat war between the Pandavas and the Kauravas, the third yuga, which is the Dwapar Yuga, had ended, and the last yuga, which is the Kali Yuga, had begun. However, because of the power of Lord Krishna, Kali could not spread throughout the earth and was restricted to the battlefields and war grounds. Although the full effect of Kali Yuga started after the demise of Sri Krishna, Krishna knew very well what would Kali Yuga bring along. As per the Uddhava Gita and Srimad Bhagavad, once the four Pandavas, Arjun, Bhim, Nakul and Sahadev, asked Krishna, "What is Kali Yuga?" Krishna smiled and said, "Let me demonstrate to you the situation of Kali Yuga." He took a bow and 4 arrows and shot them in 4 directions and ordered the 4 Pandavas to go and bring them back. Each of the 4 Pandavas went into the 4 different directions to search for the arrows. When Arjuna picked an arrow, he heard a very sweet voice. He turned around and saw a cuckoo singing in a spellbinding voice, but was also eating the flesh of a live rabbit. Arjuna was very surprised to see the gory act by such a divine bird, and he left the place immediately. Bhima went and picked the arrow from a place where there were 5 wells situated. The 4 wells were surrounding a single well. The 4 wells were overflowing with very sweet water, as if they were not able to hold water, and surprisingly, the well in the middle of these 4 overflowing wells was completely empty. Bhishma was puzzled at this sight. Nakul was returning to the place after picking up the arrow. He stopped at a place where a cow was about to give birth. After giving birth, the cow started licking the calf, but continued to lick it even after the calf was clean. With great difficulty, people were able to separate them, and by that time, the calf was injured badly. Nakul was puzzled by the behavior of such a calm animal. Sahadev picked an arrow which fell near a mountain and saw a big boulder falling. The boulder was crushing the rocks and the big trees on its way down, but the same boulder was stopped by a small plant. Sahadev was so amazed at the sight. The 4 Pandavas returned to Lord Krishna with the arrows. They placed the arrows at Lord Krishna's feet and requested him to explain the meaning of the mysterious sights that each of them had witnessed.
Oh, this is so brilliant. I'm just really curious as to the explanation of it already. It's just absolutely amazing. I'm really, really excited to actually find out what the meanings of it is. So interesting.
Lord Krishna smiled and began explaining. To the first scenario of Arjuna, Krishna says, "In Kali Yuga, the pious men and saints will be like the cuckoo. They will always have sweet words, but they will exploit and inflict pain on their followers, like the cuckoo was doing to the poor rabbit."
This happens in every religion. That is so super interesting. This happens in every religion where, see, I always have a suspicion of organized religion and religious leaders who become too rich and too famous. I'm always very suspicious of those sorts of people. But anyway, we can discuss that later. But yeah, this is super interesting already.
Lord Krishna continued. He said, in Kaliyuga, the poor and the rich will live in the same locality. The rich will be overflowing with fortune, yet they will not spare a single coin to help the poor, like the dry well received not a drop of water from the surrounding wells that were overflowing with water. Lord Krishna looked at Nakula and said, in Kaliyuga, parents will love their children so intensely that they will end up spoiling them. In the same manner that the cow destroyed its calf by licking it too much, parents will disrupt their children's lives with too much love. The attachment with children will be so much that parents will become blind to all of their relationships and deeds in their lives.
That is just absolutely an amazing thing. You see it actually nowadays. It's astonishing, it really is. Oh, I think this is an advert, which is really annoying. Sorry guys, I'm just going to pause it. Yeah, sorry guys, just rudely interrupted by another advert. This is just amazing actually. You see it even today, especially in Europe and America, and I've probably done the same as well, where people love their children so much that they don't ask them to do anything. And it's actually love, but is it? And it could be harmful. This is just super interesting video. I'm learning so much. Just shows you how intelligent, super intelligent ancient peoples and thinkers were. This is absolutely amazing.
And deeds in their lives. To Sahadev, Lord Krishna said, the people of Kaliyuga will rush to their doom like the boulder you saw. Large trees are symbolic of assets in life, like relatives, family, friends, and wealth. None of these will help them escape the doom. The plant stands for the name of God. A weak but faithful recalling of God's name will help them escape this doom. A dialogue between Krishna and goddess Ganga, found in the Brahma Vaivarta Puran, also describes the first 10,000 years of Kaliyuga. In this dialogue, Ganga asks Krishna what will her situation be when Kaliyuga arises. Krishna tells Ganga to remain on earth for the first 5,000 years of Kaliyuga. He says, during Kaliyuga, the Lord remains on earth for the first 10,000 years. Till that time, the images of gods and the scriptures besides the Puranas are also adored. For half that period, which is the first 5,000 years, Ganga and all the holy places would also enjoy their sanctity. And during that time, the village deities would also be worshipped besides the intellectuals in the Vedas. But later, after the first 10,000 years, the world will lose all its righteousness, and people will be corrupt and will perform evil on a daily basis. People will fight over petty things like religion and land. Diseases and afflictions plague every human. No one will know the Vedas in its entirety and in its true essence. Even hard work would refuse to pay good results, and people who would perform bad deeds sit on the top of the societal ladder.
Wow, this is absolutely astonishing. Do you know what? This is very similar to what the Prophet Muhammad predicted would happen. Oh, sorry guys, I'm just going to pause a call coming. Give me 2 seconds, everyone. Right, I'm back again. Sorry, I had to answer that phone call. So we'll just go back a few seconds. I think I was saying this. It's actually it's amazing how similar it is to what the Prophet Muhammad predicted would happen before the end times. It's absolutely amazing how similar many of the things are. This is super, super interesting. It really is. Just carry on.
Would perform bad deeds sit on the top of the societal ladder. People will not think twice before cutting down trees or destroying groves. Even though having the outward appearance of saints, people will indulge in trade and commercial activity. Whoever has money will be considered of noble birth and as having good qualities. The one who has the power in his hand will be able to steer the course of justice in his favor. The one who lacks money and cannot bribe will be deprived of justice by the courts. People will consider far-off water bodies as pilgrimage but neglect the pilgrimages near to them, for example, living with parents and serving them. Brahmins will start performing the tasks which otherwise Shudras are supposed to perform. Brahmins will abstain from the sacrifices and the study of Vedas. When the end of Kaliyuga is near, the Kshatriyas will become the thorns of the world. They will not protect others. People will stop make offerings to their ancestors. Men will have a shorter lifespan and become feeble in strength.
Wow. Well, that's very interesting. Men's lifespan will be short and become feeble in strength. Well, that's already happening with lots of wokeism and all that nonsense that's happening all over the world, it seems, where men aren't really men anymore. That's just amazing, that one. It's truly amazing. Okay, just carry on.
They will be weak in energy and valor. Under the burden of excess taxation, householders will turn into robbers. In ashram, brahmacharis will indulge in evil conduct and submit themselves to the desires of the world. The ashrams will be full of show offs who are experts in the art of living off of the food of others. When Kali Yuga degenerates even further, people who follow dharma are seen to have an even smaller life. Towards the end of Kali Yuga, the young one acts like the old. The conduct that suits the young is seen in the old. The old will think like children, and the young will have the intelligence of the old. In Kali Yuga, people manipulate the truth. Because of this harm done to the truth, lifespans are shortened. Men will rob possessions of others, even that of widows. Men will happily accept gifts given by the evil. Men will be addicted to meat and liquor and will be weak in dharma. The only mark of evil will be poverty.
Wow. It's really amazing. Just it's super interesting. That was just super interesting. It really was. It fits in with so much of what is going on. I suppose, in one sense, a lot of this has always gone on. In one sense, every generation thinks that past generations were better, and so there is that element. But some of the things that were said there is just super amazing, and it's so true, and it seems like it will be even truer in the future. I'm so glad I watched that video. Whoever recommended it, thank you very much. I'll try and watch a few similar ones as well, actually, if I get the time and I can do it. So yeah, I hope you learnt with me, and hope you were as amazed as I was. I will be with you soon. So please do like, share, and subscribe, and make a contribution if you can to the link below, the coffee link, and wherever you are in the world, do stay safe. Until we meet again, bye for now.